So, you can probably tell by looking at the title that this is gonna be a bit of an interesting game. How's it going there, guys? Welcome back to War Thunder. Today, we are going to be flying out in the F100D Super Sabre. This is easily my favourite aircraft to play when I just want to chill out with War Thunder. Or if I've got tasks that need being done, be that kills and bombers, critical hits, the F100 can do it all. This plane is fucking awesome, and I love it to pieces. I just recorded this game a couple of hours ago, and I'm kind of hoping, on just a little side note, you guys are going to notice a bit of a change in the quality of the video and the sound of my voice, because I am messing around with some very, very nice new software right now. I'll talk more about that in a separate video, or probably, well, I probably won't, because I'll forget. I'll probably just talk about it on my streams. But yeah. So, a night battle with the supersonic F100 Super Sabre. A few things to bear in mind then. A, we are inherently at a disadvantage against anything with radar because they will see us and we will not see them. Even though radar mechanics are a bit janky, there are ways around it. Anything at altitude is going to spot us before we spot them. The other thing as well with the F100, things to bear in mind of it. You need to go fast in this plane. You need to point it in the direction of the enemy, and you need to build up some speed at the start of the match. This slow F100 is a dead F100. Anything below 800 kilometers per hour any time is quite frankly unacceptable. If you drop down below that speed, you are going to be a sitting duck. Watch those turns. The F100 can maneuver quite well because it's got that big fat wing. But you will bleed a lot of energy in that turn, so make sure you've got the energy stored up. Don't turn when you're at low speed unless you absolutely have to, and even then, be prepared to meet your maker. But it's not all downsides with the F100. As I said, this is one of my favourite planes to play at the minute. 4 AIM-9E Sidewinder missiles. These are good missiles. 10G overload, very good for picking off damaged aircraft. Very good for making aircraft turn, and very good for picking off aircraft travelling at supersonic speeds that can't turn out of the way in time. Very, very nice missiles indeed. Quite reliable as well, except for in this match, as you'll see in a minute. Generally speaking, if you can land a hit with an AIM-9 Sidewinder, you're going to kill whatever it is you're shooting at. And should the Sidewinders fail, you have 4 absolutely beautiful 20mm cannons. Can't remember what cannons they are off the top of my head. But they have 800 rounds, so 200 rounds per gun, which is respectable. Good rate of fire, ludicrous damage output. These guns are nasty. And of course, as you can see right now, this is the supersonic jet. It will reach Mach 1 in level flight and can actually, apparently, hit 1400 kilometers per hour if you push it off a very, very big cliff. So, night battles do kind of generally change up the way you play, because for starters, we now can't see anyone. I see in the kill feed that an enemy MiG-19 has shot down one of our MiG-19s, though he was nowhere near me, so I'm just working the assumption now that basically the two teams have just flown past each other. The enemy team's over in our airspace, and our team's kind of, well, at the minute they're just kind of scattered all over the place. Now, I do notice, though, that that base down there has been bombed, which probably means there's a Voltor in the area. It gets hit again. Just to confirm my suspicion, there's a bomber over there, which means there's about an 80% chance that it's Voltor. And Voltors are the perfect, and I do mean the perfect prey for the F100. They are slower than you. They cannot outturn you most of the time if you know what you're doing and you manage your speed carefully. And they're big, fat targets that the F100 loves to prey on. So I'm bringing the aircraft around nice and slowly. I'm keeping the burners on, which I know, yes, that will reduce my turn time, but it does mean I keep my speed up and I don't have to worry about my energy dropping. So I managed to keep our speed above 1000 kilometers per hour. At this speed, we are practically untouchable. Even other supersonics are going to struggle to catch you unless they're coming in from very high altitude, but because this is a night map, chances are they haven't seen us. Fire a missile at the Voltor. Is it going to hit him? Probably not. The missile tracks, explodes, and nothing happens. These are early generation missiles. They are prone to failure. Some you'll be lucky a lot of the time if they even track at all. But the AIM-9Es do tend to be on the more reliable side. Go for the second missile shot here, because it is a Voltor. Flip the aircraft over, just gives the missile a little bit more chance to track. I don't know how effective it is, but it seems to work there. We get a critical hit, which is unusual. Normally, if you hit something with aim 9, it blows up. But as I said earlier, yeah, not in this game. So I think about going for the third missile shot, and then I decide, you know what, I've already wasted 2 missiles on this Voltor. I don't want to have to use a third. I've got 800 rounds of cannon ammo. Fire suspected shots, and my aim just isn't quite there today. I was a bit tired, a bit worn out. It was quite late in the day when I was playing this match. I haven't really got any good excuses. That was some poor shooting, but we do eventually get the execute on the Voltor. So we're turning back in. We can see another Voltor 12 kilometers out that way. And I'm thinking, like, until I see something else to shoot at, he will be my target. But this is a night map. You need to keep your head on a swivel. And there it is. 30mm cannon shells from a MiG-19 PT. He's on our tail, but we are outspeeding him, which is unusual because the MiG-19 does have better acceleration. But at this speed, or this one, once you start getting past the 1,000 kilometers per hour mark, the F100 is in its element. We are, at the end of the day, faster. Get the rocket as launch message there. So I put the aircraft in some turns. I'm predicting it's the MiG-19 that's fired at me, but I never actually find out, so I don't do anything too drastic. Keep the speed up, keep moving. And the MiG that was behind me gets engaged by my friendly teammates. Fire another missile off at the MiG-19 in the distance there. No chance of it hitting him, but I wasn't really trying to hit him. I was trying to make him turn, which he does. And the MiG-19 gives me a nice flat target. We actually hit him then. We got some sparks. Hit him again. Damaged one of his end, or damaged something because there's something pouring out of him. And once again, oh my god, it's actually kind of shameful to watch. Critical hit. He's not dead somehow. This MiG-19 just really didn't want to die. And I fill him up with the last of my shells. Well, almost. Down to 100 cannon shells, 50 rounds per gun. And this is when things get a little bit ridiculous. Heads up with the F100, miss. Down to 72 cannon shells. Another F100 ahead of us. And I'm thinking about going for the head-on, but I can't quite get it. Lots of sporadic shots there, which as we're going to see is an F86A5 Sabre. Because of the general spray pattern of those shells, I did kind of predict that it was something like a Sabre, that I was just travelling too fast in to catch up, so that's why I didn't make any drastic manoeuvres. I just had faith, like, no, I can outrun him, he's not going to hit me. And he doesn't, he gets bored, turns off. Now, the next minute of gameplay is going to be something ridiculous. Fire the last Sidewinder missile. F100 going into the vertical. F86A5 goes into vertical, tries to fly past me. Yeah, no chance. F100, low on speed. I can tell he's damaged, but even so, shouldn't have tried to make that turn. Kill number 2. Down to 20 shells remaining. But we just got our 4th kill. There's an F100 there, fires a missile, takes my right flap off, but it's fine. This stubborn bird keeps in the air. And 20 rounds and a dream, can he do it? Of course he can. 5 kills. Now, this is, of course, during Operation Heat, and I'm trying to do my achievements for the BF-110, which, as I'm recording this, I have now done. But at this time, I still needed to try and get my 4 kills in one game. And then I get 3 in the space of 30 seconds, as well as the 2 from earlier. This is actually what I believe is my first ace in the F100 Super Sabre. So for all those times you guys were yelling at me on stream for, like, well, more specifically, Jet was yelling at me on stream to get ace or we riot. There's your damn ace. Now you can shut up. Now that is going to be pretty much the end of the footage for me. We start taking her in for a landing because, well, we've got no ammo left. We've still got teammates in the air. There are 2 enemy F100s still up, but I have faith in the team to be able to handle them. So I kick the burners on. We are low on fuel. Of course, this is a jet with an afterburner. If you're using that afterburner regularly, it will eat that fuel. Personally, I like to take 30 minutes, but your mileage may vary. I don't recommend 20. Now, this perplexes me. Every time I watch this, the rocket is launch message came up there, but the nearest aircraft to me are 15 kilometers away. As you can see, there's both of the enemy F-100s. So who the hell fired the missile? I have no idea. My theory is it was just a missile that went ballistic in this general direction, locked onto me for half a second, and then ran out of fuel. So, landing an F-100. She's a big bird. She's actually also got a bit of a habit of going into spins, or just lifting her nose up as soon as her speed gets a little bit too low. So when you're missing, you know, a flap and you've got a couple of holes in your wings, you want to be nice and gentle with the landing. But of course, we just kind of dip a little bit too far to the right, and there goes the wing. Drag chute comes out, not does us any good. Plane flips over, starts skidding backwards. Yeah, I know. But we've got the brakes on. The plane is actually still mostly in one piece, although a lot of it is blacked out, and we probably won't be getting off the ground again. But that did not count as a death. We actually go on to get the Survivor Award, despite landing a supersonic fighter plane backwards. I just haven't got the words for this one. So assuming I actually know what I'm doing with my Fantangled Move special editing software, what you should be seeing now is going to be some endgame results. Because what basically happened, the enemy team went down to one guy, I took off to try and intercept him, but for some strange reason he decides to turn around, run for base, and I think he crashed on landing. Either way, one of my teammates picked up the kill, and we do finish this game with just 5 kills. When I say just 5 kills, it's still the highest kill count I've had in the F100 so far. And I really do like this aircraft. I've really been falling in love with it lately. As I'm playing it to try and grind out my Operation Heat missions, it has been my go-to aircraft because it just kind of seems to do whatever I need it to. And it's reliable and it's fairly easy to fly. And I'd say if you're a newer player looking to get into supersonic jets, honestly, I do think the F100 might just be the best place to start. It's got a very low skill ceiling. Pretty easy to get into. If you play the F2 Sabre, you pretty much know your way around the guns. They handle very similarly. And then AIM 9Es is quite frankly, well, just if he's flying in a straight line, great. And if he's not, don't even bother. Anyway, guys, that's going to about do it for me. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of the new software and the new editing. Tell me what it looks like, and I'll see what I can improve on. Because this is going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. We're hopefully going to be able to do some nicer things. And I do apologise for the lack of sound in this video. I just realised I should have explained that at the beginning. But yeah, it's just a recording thing. I was actually just hoping to use this as background footage for some other videos that I'm going to be doing in the near future, but it didn't turn out that way. So yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you all on the next one. Adios.